Hi everybody, this is the final reflection on MBSE and PLM for CGT 313. I'm John, I'm a senior in Aeroastro Engineering, and while I don't have any industry experience yet, I've seen several class examples of systems engineering, including with Professor Roz in Aero 351, who did your MBSE modules for you.
Hi, I'm Logan, a senior in multidisciplinary engineering. I worked for Roche Diagnostics Corporation in Indianapolis as a design verification engineer.
So to introduce PLM and MBSE, consider a normal design project. There's problems to solve, requirements to fulfill, and conditions to optimize in order to deliver the final product. In this process, a large amount of data is generated or referenced, which must be properly documented among engineers or any other stakeholder in the design process. Both MBSE and PLM serve to accomplish these goals. Beginning with PLM, this is the process of managing a product and its data over its lifespan. While this includes tools and methods, such as the ones shown here, PLM itself is a process, not a tool. And regarding MBSE, it first helps to define systems engineering, which is the approach to successfully incorporate independent systems into one or more complex systems, serving to perform a function otherwise impossible if on their own. MBSE incorporates the use of a common model to this method, sometimes known as the single source of truth, in order to ensure proper continuity of information across all entities involved in the systems engineering process. This can take multiple forms as well. To clarify, MBSE and PLM are not identical processes, they're complementary to one another. MBSE provides the methods, effectively the encouragement to maintain continuity of information throughout the lifecycle, and PLM provides the tools and methods to properly organize such information. And with that, we're going to discuss some case studies involving the implementation of MBSE and PLM.
I joined the Lunabotics team at Purdue during a transitional phase, during which the team was not only switching to a new design, but a new file sharing system entirely, GrabCAD Workbench. The accumulation of new data on top of an underutilized PDM application made for a very poor virtual product integration overall. Team members weren't being properly trained on best practices for using PDM systems, and there was no structure to the system whatsoever. Team members would disregard check-in and check-out systems, save their files in wrong locations, and many didn't use Workbench at all. These practices were detrimental to file integrity and traceability, resulting in multiple versions of each file being saved in different places and being very hard to find. We would often spend half an hour or more at the beginning of each meeting locating, fixing, and replacing lost or destroyed data. So, with my PLM minor, I decided to take action. I started by teaching the team best practices for using PDM systems and debriefed them on the new file directory system I was putting in place. I then spent a large portion of my time reformatting and reorganizing the whole system, working with the entire team to ensure I had saved the best versions of each file. This experience shows both what can go wrong in a PDM installation and how to counteract those problems. With proper training and appropriate virtual product integration, users in a PDM system spend less time searching for and repairing lost data, allowing them more time to ensure the product meets stakeholder needs and reducing time to market. Without these measures in place, multiple conflicting versions of a file can be saved simultaneously in different locations, and data is frequently lost, leading to confusion, loss of file integrity and traceability, and more time wasted searching for and repairing data.
So following Logan's successful example of PLM and MBSE, this is a historical case where not maintaining practices of concurrent engineering and traceability resulted in significant delivery problems. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Airbus, spread all across Europe, was in the last stages of designing the A380, a double-deck four-engine airliner designed to compete with the Boeing 747. When it came time to assemble the prototype, it was found that there were considerable problems with fitting the components together, particularly the aircraft's wiring. What happened was that in different countries, engineers were using different CAD packages, CATIA V4 and V5, which handled product data differently. And this was not actually noticed until the prototype was ready to be assembled. Because of this lack in information continuity and a failure to clearly adhere to the methods of concurrent engineering, the system, the A380, experienced significant inefficiencies in its cost and its time to market, making this a prime example of what could happen when proper PLM methods are not properly utilized and MBSE is not effectively realized.
In order to be good stewards of the digital enterprise, we must not only promote the use of digital enterprise tools, but we must also ensure that these tools are being used properly. First of all, always ask yourself, how could this be done better? See where digital enterprise tools are being underutilized and take action. Prepare for the worst case by building robust systems and always have a contingency plan. The implementation of a new enterprise tool does not end with installation. You must follow up with all those affected by these changes and ensure they know how to properly use this new tool. Considering these case studies and exploring the consequences of MBSE, it's important to remember that it cannot exist effectively on its own. To be effectively realized, engineers must use both PLM and MBSE. PLM provides the necessary tools to solve problems of data management created by engineering design, and MBSE provides the procedures and motivation to implement PLM itself. With that, we hope this was an informative look at MBSE as well as our own experiences with it, and please let us know if you have any questions. Have a good day, and as always, enjoy MBSE.